The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you have been granted access to the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
All right, welcome back.
Welcome one, welcome all on Wednesday, June 21st. We're here for another Wednesday night of discussing, well, I can't finish it.
He can't even bring himself to finish the sentence. He's that
shenanigans.
Some tomfoolery. Keks and Kikis have been had.
A minor quantity of trolling.
I haven't seen the movie, but just thinking about it makes me my head hurt.
Chill. It's okay.
Getting there.
Relax. Drink some tea. Just sit down for the show. I know that we're going to like 100 miles an hour straight to Stupid Town here, but just relax. It's okay. There's no rush to Stupid Town. It's coming no matter what.
We are slowly approaching. Our feet dragging on the ground.
Let's put it this way, Angel. You've seen Juan act like a complete insane ableist, right?
Every now and then. It's pretty fun.
What do you mean every now and then? That's every week.
I know. Every now and then. I mean every second I look at it.
Yeah. You're gonna see me and Juan switch roles tonight.
Oh, well, that is certainly an interesting change of pace, which is awfully fitting, as this is, after all, Juan's show.
Indeed,
so
it is.
Has to jump the gun.
It is my show. Welcome, folks, to the Black Files. I'm your host, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the guy who, even if I present myself in a magnanimous and over-the-top way, even I've got brain issues sometimes. Not just sometimes, all the time, every time. That's why I gotta consider Zoloft. This is not an endorsement, although I wouldn't say no. Folks, remember, June is not just Pride Month, it's also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So, if you're a man with mental health problems, don't be shy. Let's all hug it out. All right, let's all support each other here, folks. And considering the subject of tonight's episode, we're gonna need all the mental health help we can get tonight, folks. I'm joined with our usual suspects over here. First things first, let's say hello to the man with a million opinions and zero apologies, the host of Los Amigos Play, the living it of the Ravens Flock, my brother from another mother. Say hello, folks, and give a nice warm welcome to Mr. Angel Mendez!
Hello, my beloved listeners and wonderful viewers. Once again, it is a joy to be with you today.
We appreciate.
Thank you for joining us, and my sincerest condolences.
No, yeah, Angel's giving condolences now because this is gonna be a mess. And folks, let's not forget the man with the plan, the man who started it all, the founder of the Ravens Flock, executive producer of the channel, content manager as well, the host of Wrestle Rewind, and the big bald bastard himself. Everybody, give it up for Mr. Jose Kessler!
The director of this movie, he didn't have to do this. He has so many other things that he could be doing with his life. He could go fishing. He could go fishing. He could go babysit children. He could go dog walking. He could go ahead and gamble and make money off of winning horses in horse races.
Why would you win a horse in a horse race? What, do you get to keep the winning horse? Is that how horse racing works now?
Well, it's better than making this piece of shit!
Ow.
Well, to be fair, though, the director could have done a lot of different things. The producers could have done a lot of different things. Hollywood could have done other things, mainly not hiring some people.
But lo and behold, here we are.
I haven't dropped an F-bomb yet, but I already swore.
But lo and behold, here we freaking are, folks. Jose,
yeah.
Go ahead and do me a favor, Jose. Go ahead and take care of the housekeeping here. Let's get this ball rolling properly.
And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/TheRavensFlock and twitch.tv/TheRavensFlock online. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications on all of our media content. Leave your questions and comments down below, and we will compile them in a hate letter to send to Warner Bros. Answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an Inner Flocker. For $4.99 a month, you will have access to all the perks that comes with being a member. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got on our YouTube chat, and I know we've got plenty, show off those lovely custom membership badges and custom emojis that we've made just for you. You also get letting everybody know that you're supporting the Ravens Flock for the long haul. Let us know that you also support us by spreading the good word of the Ravens Flock, the gospel, if you would. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below. And you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, your ideas on what it would make this channel better, helping us shape the future of this channel to better suit your taste. We're here for you. We are but your humble servants, such as Silence Do-Good, which is just, fun fact, an alias for, who was it? Benjamin Franklin? Yeah. You remember, you remember National Treasure better than I do, Jose? Am I right there?
I remember. Yeah, it is an alias for Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, so let's go ahead and say hi to the folks in the YouTube chat. We've got Nikki Bella and Gene Rick holding down the mod squad. Thank you very much to both of you. We also have Aaron Cooper, Lisa Boo, Tiffany Washington. Let's see. Geeks 5 Ever is on the chat over here. Planet Q's Queen. And Kurisi Rando-san and Tam Tam. Did I see Tam Tam? Yes, I did. Shamanistic Unicorn Tam and Adriana G are all in the chat. Hello there. We're packing it in. Thank you all so much. And let's not forget the wonderful $1.99 super chat. I believe that was Gene Rick who dropped that in.
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Let's start the stream off right with hearts. Thank you. You're setting a proper example. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for your continuing support. And let's not forget, folks.
We appreciate you setting the precedent. Please don't follow my example. My example involves arson and sharp objects.
It's true. Jose is starting to tap.
He's taking my place now. He wants to do the arson.
Jose is taking both our places here tonight, Angel. He's taking my place in terms of my absolute desolation of my mind with tonight's topic, and yours with your usual prescription remedy. Folks, even if you're not an inner flocker, even if you're not putting super chats in, which I wouldn't blame you. I don't like putting my credit card info on everything under the sun. But there's also Cash App. There's also PayPal through our Stream Elements link. Both of the links are in the chat right there. Cash App's hashtag the Ravens Flock, and we even gave you a short link, tiny.cc/tiptrf. So you can tip the Ravens Flock, and you don't have to worry about memorizing a gigantic long thing. Do I accept food stamps? I would if I lived in your state, Jesse Goku from Geeks 5 Ever, but I cannot.
Sorry, we're in the state of Florida. We accept gator meat and high-caliber shotgun rounds.
It's true. And they have to be incendiary shotgun rounds, too. Otherwise, the gator don't stay down.
15 to 30 psychopathic boars that may be attacking my backyard.
No, feral boars.
Listen,
feral
that man
hogs,
was
Angel.
right. And we never understood. We talked shit to him, but he was right.
Angel, you have to understand something. All right, the 30 to 50 feral hogs that are all over the place, you have to understand. They may move in a pack, but they're faster than they look. You'd think big, gigantic hogs of doom that they would be too overburdened by the girth and the thickness and the mass of their bodies. But no, they are fast little fuckers. We need to be faster.
Fueled by spite. We need dragonfire rounds like John Wick 4.
Angel, we don't need dragonfire rounds. We just need speed. We need to be eating lightning and crapping thunder. We need to be able to run forward towards the 30 to 50 feral hogs so quickly that the universe folds itself into us so that we can actually envelop ourselves in it through the worth of cause, through the actual manifold of cause and effect. Causing us. Okay, I'm gonna quit beating around the bush. We're talking about the Flash. I was trying to make a Speed Force joke.
Flash. Ironically, the joke was too slow.
It's actually
this is some
true.
of the slowest projectiles I've ever seen. Fun fact, guys, Juan and I just watched the movie using the awesome power of sailing. I'm actually watching the climax as we speak.
I'm on a boat.
Hey, guys, I'm looking at all the budget. I am seeing dollar signs burn to the ground.
A movie that was built up with so much hype, so much excitement, a return of a cinematic legend from the old Batman franchise. You know, the main guy, the man who literally is Bruce Wayne by every sense of the word. This should have been great, but instead of being one of the, is it one of the greatest masterpieces of all time, or is it just another flash in the pan?
Ha.
Well, alas.
I saw what you did there, Jose.
Exactly. Yes, you said, sir. I am watching the fanciest flat. I gotta be honest with you. Never before has the lack of Henry Cavill hurt me more.
Jose, what we need to be asking is this one of the greatest superhero films of all time, or is this one of the superheroes of films of all time?
This is one of the films of all time.
Isn't that what they said about Morbius initially? The Morbid time jokes? It is one of the films of all time. D-Nice is saying that she actually liked it, just that the graphics sucked. But it was still enjoyable.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we do not share your opinion on this one.
Which is perfectly okay, which is what we're here for. We're here to challenge people's opinions. We're here to ask the question, or ask, can The Flash be considered a flop, or is it successful in terms of storytelling, not just box office, not just, oh, hey, did it make line go up, or did it make line go down? Real quick, Planet Q Screen also said, I want to blow up things in Minecraft. I'm on a Band of Brothers kick, an Easy Company kick. Awesome. Those sound like
fun. Good shit.
That's wonderful. You want to blow up things in Minecraft. I want to blow up things.
Yes.
Well,
now, before we jump into talking about this film, I would like to throw a disclaimer. Everybody here knows...
Hold on, Angel. It's time for our obligatory disclaimer.
Oh, right. Thank you, please. Just
make sure you put it in big letters.
It is in big letters. You never watched the show, Jose. If you watch the program...
You know, it needs to be bigger letters because apparently our folks who watch it from their phones can't read small text.
Actually, yes.
Oh.
Actually, yes, Jose. Don't try to get snippy with me on that. I'm trying to give you a perfectly good piece of advice with graphic design. Don't try to throw it back at me. All right,
but
Angel,
big, though.
Go ahead.
So, for the record, yes, every single person here knows the bullshit that Ezra Miller did. We are well aware of the myriad crimes that he got away with, and we are aware that this piece of shit of a human being basically got away with living the life of a GTA protagonist on 5-star difficulty for weeks and got away from the law and the consequences. Because apparently, this man has more dirt on somebody in Hollywood than a farmer has mulch on the back of his goddamn shit. We will not judge this movie with our perfectly justified and biased dislike of Ezra Miller as a human being. I will judge him as an actor. I will judge him as the character, and I will judge him as the script showed him in the movie, which is, ironically, far less flattering than real life did to him. So, yes, while our dislike of Ezra Miller is well known, documented, and justified, it will not be used as a basis to judge the movie. We are judging this film on its own merits. That's right, baby. We're using the DMC metric. This is not a Devil May Cry game. I am judging this as an action game.
See, I understand what you're saying, Angel. I think it goes back to separating the art from the artist. But counter-argument, there is a ceiling to that separation depending on the individual.
Oh, no, I agree completely. But I'm not judging the character. I am judging the whole film as a whole. Because... this man's acting, well, let's just say it spoke for itself.
Well, that's as generous as a disclaimer as can possibly be given. I've got to tell you, Angel, this is actually much more forgiving than I'm used to seeing you do. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm not forgiving. I'm just saying that this movie has enough problems that at this point, talking shit about Ezra Miller, as well deserved as it is just kicking a dead man when he's down. And let me tell you, this movie's corpse, it's looking pretty goddamn dead.
It's looking rather kickable to you, would you say?
Oh, yeah. I am landing on my foot with my big medical boot.
Ow. That's our obligatory disclaimer. Sweet, merciful Jeebus.
I'm just putting that ahead there. I'm basically telling you.
I've got to cover a couple things, Angel.
It's not based on my dislike of Miller. It's based on my dislike of this movie.
Okay, I've got to cover a couple things real quick, Angel. Let me take a look over here. First off, I'm seeing a $5 super sticker that was dropped by Shamanistic Unicorn Tam. It is incredible. Thank you so much, Tam, for that. She's giving us the workout pair, the little exercising pair. He's raising dumbbells. Says, keep it up. Yay, thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Geek Me Out has asked, have we watched Renfield on Peacock? I know it's on Peacock. I haven't sat down to watch it. I'm sorry. I want to. I know it's freaking hysterical. And it's Nicolas Cage as Dracula. There's
Nicholas. Oh no, I did saw Renfield.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. I hear that it's like incredibly worthwhile. Maybe after we're done with The Flash, we'll wash our there's not enough. I need a bigger cup to wash away the taste. Okay.
I need more palate cleansers. And More.
Aaron Cooper was saying, shut your mouth, Jose. My phone is fully readable. It's a thing Jose and I were talking about in terms of graphic design stuff. It's don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much, Eric.
I'm allowed to be angry.
Yeah, you're okay.
Man too upset to concentrate.
Let me see here. I'm mad at Disney right now. The writer and actor strike is causing them to stretch out releases. It says Gene Rick. Yeah, the writer's strike is it's going hard and it's affecting everybody. Just give it time.
This is what it's supposed to happen. Sorry, bro.
But that's the point. It's supposed to be painful, and yeah, we're suffering for it. But then again, if we want to be pissed at anybody, we got to be pissed at the producers guild, because they're the ones who are refusing to meet at the negotiating table. And yeah, Renfield, Nicholas Hoult and Nicolas Cage. It's a horror comedy. You'll love it. Geeks
that being said, because I don't want this on my conscience, I apologize, Aaron Cooper. I did not mean to insult our audience.
He's not.
I did. Our audience is wrong, and we are right. And we are superior.
Angel, what the hell? We're not superior to anything. We're literally like.
Yes, I am.
We're like. Well, actually, hang on.
They are listening to us, aren't they?
Wait, technically, we are superior, Wancho.
We are. We're Jesus.
Oh, here's the thing: we're built different, but I wouldn't call us superior yet.
We are built, just not built different. We're built effect.
We're building there. We're building to it, Juan. Don't worry.
Would you like to know what we are?
This movie's plot.
Would you like to know what we are, Jose? Officially speaking, we're C+ YouTubers.
I can work with that.
According to Social Blade, if you don't believe me, here's our actual Social Blade rating, folks. The Ravens Flock, officially total grade by Social Blade, C+. We are ranking number 816,817th on Social Blade's rank. 12,594th in the subscriber rank, and 3,943,770th in video views rank.
I'll take it. Yep. C+ is still a passing grade.
It is a passing grade. C+ is a passing grade. I will take that. Help us go up to B+. Help us go to A+. For crying out loud, help us out, folks. We are the Ravens Flock, and we cannot do this without you. Shall we get into the movie already?
Because
let's do it. Juan, start. Take it away.
Now, another piece of the obligatory disclaimer that I've got to mention over here: we may be going into spoiler territory.
We're definitely going into spoiler territory.
I have to tell you guys right now, the film has been out since June 12th. June 16th. So it's been out since last week. Everybody's already been seen it. It's been screened all to hell, and it has been shown to everyone under the sun.
Yes.
Whether you wanted to or not. Some people had the choice to walk away. Others couldn't.
They needed to know. They needed to see. They needed to understand.
We're being hammy. We're being dramatic. I understand, guys.
Hey, at least we're not undercutting our drama with shitty jokes every 5 minutes.
Yeah, no. What's his face? Yeah, Planet Q Screen was saying they fired Johnny Depp for accusations and not this asswipe for his shit. Yeah, you're right. And yeah, we're going to try to, as difficult as it may be, we're going to try to actually separate the Ezra Milleriness from the Flash.
We have to.
It's difficult because it's carbon bonded by this point. But Geeks 5 Ever was asking what website was that? That's Social Blade. I'll show you. Socialblade.com. Here.
It's a site that is full of lies and falsehood because we're not number one, and that's clearly a lie. Everybody knows this.
No, it's actually a ranking aggregate site that's third-party, independent, completely free of any outside interference from any of the social media sites to give proper rankings. So I've seen shots of my Batmans. That's enough. LOL, says Aaron Cooper. Also, Vicente Guerrero's in the chat. A up there, Vicente. I will not ever watch the Flash bullshit movie. Why cast the abuser Ezra Miller? He's been cast since before it was found out that that they are a piece of shit human being. And Adriana G's dropped a $1.99 super chat. Hi, Ravens. Hi there, Adriana.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Holy cow.
Thank you.
Okay. Long story short, the story of the Flash is wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey shenanigans, folks. For any of you who are not well-versed in the lore of the Scarlet Speedster himself, one of the powers of the Flash is all his powers are derived from his super speed. When he goes fast enough, he's able to tap into what the
Speed Force.
Exactly, the Speed Force. I believe he just named it himself. It's literally just the energy of the universe that allows him to bend the laws of physics by using super speed. In so doing, he decides to try he inadvertently, first off, goes into wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, time travels a little bit, and then he speaks to Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne / Batman / Batfleck. It's Fleckman. It's Fleckman. It's Bat. It's Bat. There we go. It's Batshit. Not that he's bad. I'm saying it's batshit insane. I'm trying to come up with as many silly jokes as I can, as best as possible. But anyway, my question says, Planet Keys Queen has always been, why didn't they just use the guy that plays the Flash on TV, Grant Gustin? Yeah, they have a perfectly good Grant Gustin right there.
That'd be nice. In a better world, we could have replaced Ezra Miller with a proper Flash. But in a better world, we also could have had a good movie. So no.
With Grant Gustin, he even has a comic book character's secret identity name. It's a double G.
You're all getting punished.
Why? Why?
Now, for those of you who know comics, this movie is an adaptation, and I am taking that word and stretching it into the fucking far end of the galaxy of the well-known DC comic, The Flashpoint Paradox, where Barry runs back in time to prevent the death of his mother, and unfortunately unleashes a terrible domino effect that completely screws up the timeline, resulting in some horrible changes and overall a much more terrible world, forcing him to go back and undo the events that happened. Now, to call this an adaptation is to call the sun a matchstick. Because this is the most loose interpretation of that plot I have ever seen in my goddamn life.
Oh my god. Okay, let me put it to y'all this way. Since this part isn't spoilers, since this part isn't actually spoilerific over here, in the original Flashpoint Paradox story, what ends up happening, and by the way, I just went ahead and I threw up a poll. I want to see the audience's thoughts over here. Will you / have you watch The Flash? Hit yes or no. So,
how much do you hate yourself? Put that as a second question in there.
I'll take care of that later. What in his attempts to save his mom from being murdered, what happened is that he was murdered and his father apparently was framed for it, for the actual death of his mother, and so his father has been in jail for his whole life, and Barry's been brain screwed as a result of that. So,
yep.
Planet Q screen. So they copy. Actually, no. What's happening here is they've been had the idea of doing the Flashpoint paradox anyway, and that story came out before the Spider-Man No Way Home movie was ever made. So they were trying to adapt a version of their own story, and in the original story, what ends up happening is the entire butterfly effect going forward and backward through time from Barry just nudging this one thing of saving his mom. Wonder Woman and Aquaman are leading their peoples into war, and they're destroying the world with their own battle with each other. Bruce Wayne isn't Batman. Thomas Wayne, his father, is.
Yep.
Let's see here. The energy wave, the energy wave of the time shifty and all that shit ends up taking the rocket that Superman comes to Earth on and veers it away from Kansas and has it crash in the center of Metropolis, causing a gorillion lives being lost. And Superman, from the moment he is born, the moment that he arrives on Earth, is captured by the U.S. government and is held as a guinea pig, as a lab rat, as a prisoner for his entire life. And
That's right.
Cyborg is roided out and is a government tool.
And while this is happening, Aquaman got into an affair with Wonder Woman, who became a lot more war-prone and violent because she never experienced the different perspectives of the world of men. When they broke up, she murdered Aquaman's, at that point, the Queen of Atlantis, which resulted in a cataclysmic war between Atlantis and the Amazonians, and eventually spilled over to the human world. This concluded in Aquaman summoning a goddamn tsunami that basically washed away the majority of the East Coast, except for Florida, because we're built different.
Somehow...
Angel, we don't have that much land mass. We'd be the first ones to go.
Somehow, Aquaman spares Florida in his attempt to flood the world in his wrath.
He didn't spare us. He missed.
Oh, he missed!
He tried, but see, in emergencies, Florida can be used as a flotation device. They just kind of rolled away.
Dork. Oh yeah, no, Vicente is adding it's already a confusing mess. That's how the original story from the comics and even a DC animated adaptation, which
was pretty good,
is pretty good because they actually have the proper villains in charge, the proper heroes in charge, the people from the story adapted 1-to-1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how anybody and their mother can't. Oh wait, I do know. Kind of. I don't know how anybody and their mother can't just say, "Hey, you see this? Do this." Here it is. It's a coloring book, and it's colored by numbers, and half the pages are already filled in. Just do this.
Just follow the instructions.
It's
a very simple process. Why do you set the kitchen on fire, for fuck's sake?
I'm making the bimbos! What the hell?
You would
Walter
need
Hamada.
to try to screw this up.
And
effort would need to be made.
And yeah, Planet Q's Queen. In the original Flashpoint Paradox story, Aquaman and Wonder Woman got the gritty on.
Yeah, and this caused a horrible mess because Aquaman cheated on his wife to do that.
Queen Mira.
And when Wonder Woman found out, she killed Queen Mira and presented him with her severed head.
And took her crown and put it over her own crown. You know how
this didn't end very well.
You know how Wonder Woman has that tiara? She takes Mira's crown thingy and puts it over it. Like she's stacking them, like stackable rings that you can wear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's freaking hysterical. It is so bizarre. But that's like, you know what I mean? D-Nice. By the way, hi there, D-Nice. I don't know if I said hello to you. Thank you for the awesome support over here. You'd be the first to sink, but an earthquake will take us Southern Californians out. Well, don't count Aquaman out when he's pissed off and horny and all that crap. Oh, yeah, no, that's... Gene Rick. Oh, man, that's an Amber Heard story I would watch, LOL. That'd be hysterical. However, they've taken a couple of liberties with this version, with the live-action version here. And like I said, we're going to get a little bit spoilerific, only a little. Suffice to say, Barry does still go back in time. He does still try to save his mom from being murdered, and he does still end up causing a whole tidal wave of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey shenanigans. Now, we've seen Ben Affleck being Batman already. It's in the promotion. That's not a secret. We also see Michael Keaton return as the classic Batman, black rubber suit and all.
Yeah!
And that's not a spoiler either, because it's in all the promotion.
Look at the freaking goddamn place.
Look at the goddamn freaking the poster. The poster.
You don't even let us have a goddamn surprise. Hey, guys, Michael Keaton. Holy shit, Michael Keaton. Do you know Michael Keaton is in this movie? Look at him. Look at him.
Look at I'm over here soy jacking.
At that point, at that point, with all the advertising, like with no subtlety, it's like Warner Brothers is trying to throw whatever Hail Marys they can to try to get generate some buzz in the movie.
Yeah. That was pretty much all it was done. And of course, the fact that the movie was being made resulted in a lot of buzz, which mixed with the controversy of Ezra Miller's numerous crimes, which predictably spoiled the format for a lot of people. And then the actual movie came out, and oh my god, it's worse than we thought. It's worse than anything I could have possibly imagined. Because, quite frankly, it doesn't work. Allow me to give you a small bit of context, my beloved listeners. The Flashpoint Paradox works on the concept of the idea of everything you knew before has been changed because Barry did an oopsie. However, many of the very important elements of the story are missing from the movie because the DC Cinematic Universe never set them up.
DC Extended Universe.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because the DC Extended Universe didn't extend the goddamn plot points before they made the movie. I don't think you guys understand how big this fumble is. The best way I can describe this is imagine... Well, no, there is no way I can describe it. This is literally all the pieces needed to make this movie work. You never made them in the first place. So you just drop this product here and expect me to care when I know for a fact there's a better version that I can access at any second I want. It's so bad because everything that is interesting is missing from the movie. For example, one of the biggest plot twists is the fact that in this world, Bruce Wayne was the one that died, which means that Martha Wayne snapped and became the Joker, which means that Thomas Wayne became a psychotic version of Batman that kills without compunction. But in this movie, that never happened.
No, we still have Thomas and Martha Wayne dying. We still have Bruce Wayne being Batman. But it's just Michael Keaton.
Instead of Ben Affleck, it became Michael Keaton. So when you change time, one actor becomes another actor, which is kind of funny considering the joke that happens halfway through the movie.
Which joke are we talking about there, Angel? The one that they tried to force feed, or the one that they tried to force feed?
You just describe all the jokes. I'm talking about the one where Barry changed the past so hard that Kevin Bacon wasn't the main character of Footloose.
Okay, okay. Sorry, guys. I have to give you one spoiler so far. Okay, and I'm going to apologize, but this one is...
This is terrible. It doesn't deserve an apology.
Okay. So like we mentioned earlier, Barry's wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey adventures cause unintended changes in the timeline. What he ends up doing is he ends up also changing some actors from movies in universe there. Like Footloose, for example.
We don't know. Shut up.
What?
Yeah. How? We don't know. Don't worry about it. Wimey-timey.
Timey-wimey. For instance, Footloose, instead of Kevin Bacon, it's Michael J. Fox. And in Back to the Future, instead of Michael J. Fox, it's the original actor that they were trying to use for the first couple of weeks when they filmed Back to the Future, a guy named Eric Stoltz.
Yep.
Which, by the way, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
That's a real goddamn thing. Like, okay, yeah, Eric Stoltz, he's a nice actor. He's been in a bunch of different movies. He's been in Some Kind of Wonderful, Pulp Fiction, Anaconda, The Fly 2, Memphis Belle, and many others. He was also in. Go figure. He was in The Butterfly Effect with Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart.
Oh, the irony!
He was in
The
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Irony.
And yeah, they even give him the credit of having partially been in Back to the Future, the very first one, because as the myth goes, when Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg were trying to do Back to the Future, they really, really, really wanted Michael J. Fox. However, he couldn't get away from his obligations of doing the sitcom Family Ties. So they went ahead and cast Eric Stoltz instead in the first week. However, Michael J. Fox's agent and the production folks over at Family Ties and the Back to the Future production people worked out a deal to let Michael J. Fox work on his downtime to do Back to the Future, and that's how they did it. Eric Stoltz was politely like, thanks for showing up, you did a good job, we've got who we actually wanted in the first place, no disrespect to you, thank you, bye-bye. And the movie that was made with Michael J. Fox as we know it. However, goddamn Barry Allen, no, goddamn Ezra Miller, in the most heinous and vile act of evil, worse than choking out any Hawaiian people he's ever had a cult with, changed Back to the Future.
I can't believe he took such a beautiful classic and ruined it.
How dare they?
4 and 5 now, and they're worse than the other 3.
The absolute gall of this fucking person. And I'm trying, by the way, folks, I do know that Ezra Miller is they, them. At this point, I'm like, I'll try to switch interchangeably, but I'm not holding Angel or Jose to that same standard because I know that neither of them really have that
They're
kind of
a piece of shit.
It's true. It's true.
Simple
Did they change
that.
Dirty Dancing? I don't know. Did they mention Dirty Dancing? No, right?
He went back in time and changed his pronouns. The end.
I'm going to go ahead and end the poll so far. And with a whopping 75% of the voters, we get 12 votes in. No, will you / have you watch The Flash? They will not. Holy crap!
Good. Save yourselves the money. We watched the pirated copy that we found in the Pirate Bay in the flea market in the corner where all the hobos smell like stale weed.
You know, it's the same flea market that sells bootleg Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering cards. And they sell them for like a stack of them of 100 in a rubber band for $2.
Yep. Exodia pieces with like 13 stars and 5,000 attack points.
Right.
Right.
Trust me, folks, if you've been to a shady flea market, you know that that's where we got our copy of The Flash.
Yeah. Now, to begin with, the movie begins to drop plot holes right at the start. We get to see the event that killed Barry's mom, or rather, we don't, because we don't get to see who did it. The criminal just stabs her and runs off, and we see Barry's father come in and scream to Barry to call 911.
But Barry, being a child, no, this is horrifying. I run away, of course.
Yeah. However, the man had a solid alibi, which means that this movie doesn't really give us a reason why he should be in jail.
Except he was found with a murder weapon, and he was found cradling the dead body, and oh my God, so much speculation, and how could it not? And
literally no proof besides the fact that we found him there. So the justice process kind of completely fucks up here, and the man goes to jail. And the one piece of evidence that could have bring him in is not quite evidence enough, which causes Barry to freak out and do the time travel warp again. And
it's just a jump to the left and a step to the right.
No, Juan, don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't infect this song deserves better.
Don't Rocky Horror like that.
Now, to the school's credit, the effect of running back in time looks kind of cool, like seeing the whole world like a concentric 360 bubble that you can rewind or go forward.
Yeah, he called it the Chrono Bowl. Can you believe that he's naming his own shit?
The one thing that doesn't look cool is the fact that, good God, you can feel the crunch of this movie. The special effects are lackluster. The CGI looks half done. And every time Barry grunts and when everything is moving at super speed and he's just soap gliding through the concrete, it looks terrible. Like just, God, it looks so bad. And there was this video revealed of a guy who used to work on VFX who explains how studios basically high string and put the chains on VFX studios to crunch for weeks on end. And he concludes it by saying, yeah, if it looks like it was made in a week, it's because this was made in a week.
Yeah, can I show that little TikTok that I sent that to you guys, Will? Because that's
this gentleman needs to speak his truth.
Yeah, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the actual TikTok video that had this one VFX engineer show it to us on. So give me a second. I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna show you fine people. And you don't have to worry about copyright claim or anything like that, Jose, because it's somebody's TikTok and we're spreading the good word. We're just trying to
public information.
Exactly. Let me see here. Okay, that's not the one. That's not the one. Okay, here we go. Found it. Okay. Open. Stop it. I said open. Stop it. Okay, let me get that. Okay, here we go. Yep, on TikTok at Know the Robot is the guy's name, like you said.
The dude gave us some good information. We need to share it with the world.
Okay.
I was going to say, I do have the information on the numbers for the box office from opening weekend if you guys want me to share it with you, or is it too early?
Tell me the budget, too.
Okay, the budget, if I'm seeing it correctly, according to the Wikipedia page, the budget to The Flash is estimated between $200 and $220 million. If you don't take into account the marketing efforts, that's when you include marketing, that may be closer to $330 million.
Jesus Christ!
What is the dollar amount that The Flash made in the opening weekend?
All right. Well, opening weekend, it looks like domestically it made $64 million in the States, and internationally it made $75 million.
So for a grand total of what, $141 million?
You're close. A grand total of $139 million worldwide in its opening weekend.
So you're telling me this movie,
we're halfway there.
This monumental waste of money and special effects wasn't even good enough to make barely half of its initial budget.
Now, for the record, it did just come out officially this past weekend. If the momentum stays up, and that's a gigantic man-sized if, it might break even.
Once you discount the marketing budget.
Yeah,
now, gentlemen,
which, like I said, 330 is the magic number that they need to make to break even.
Guys, just to draw a comparison, the DC, to draw a comparison, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock's film Black Adam opened to $67 million and ended with $393 million globally.
Jesus Christ. Allow me to offer a slightly different comparison. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse had a budget of $100 million USD, and within its release, it has already crossed the milestone of $500 million globally.
Wow.
You got your ass beat by Miles goddamn Morales. Go home and think about your life.
Come on, Angel. That's not even a fair thing. I mean,
how is it not fair? That's horrifying.
You're right. Let me take that back. You got your ass beat by Miguel goddamn O'Hara. You're a complete waste of space. Your life serves zero purpose. You should paradox yourself now.
Wow, Angel, relax. I thought Jose was supposed to be the one who's losing his head. All right.
I am making an effort to control myself.
All right. Can I show the folks the TikTok video of the guy of the VFX artist breaking this down, please?
Go ahead.
Also, I shared the link. Let me take a look over here. D-Nice was saying something here. Let's see here. What's his face? Vicente says, the way the plot sounds so far makes Batwoman episodes from season 2 and 3 look like 10 out of 10 classics.
Thank you for reminding me of the amazing comedy that is Batwoman.
Let's see. Planet Q's Queen Jean Ricker would have been different with a different actress as Baby with Patrick Swayze still as Johnny Castle. Oh, yeah, LOL camcorder version, says Aaron Cooper. People walking through the movie frame to get more popcorn. Yep. Ha.
Damn.
Let me see
Think
here.
about how is.
Let's see. Tom Cruiser is funnier running, says Tiffany Washington. So he means it sucks without talking about Ezra. Yeah. No, that's right, Planet Q's Queen. Even if you take the whole Ezra Miller goddamn problem out of the equation, it's not the best.
It's mute and void. And the fact that the film itself runs into its own problems by default, not even counting all the stupidity of the actual mistakes it made, only makes it worse, because that is the saddest part of it. When you get down to it, when you cut through all the controversy and the bullshit, it's just not a very good movie at all.
Ow. Yeah. It's sad. It really is sad. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share with you fine folks this TikTok video from, like we said, the guy's name is @KnowTheRobot. So anyone who's on TikTok, I doubt it, but if you're on there, go ahead and give him a follow. He does nice stuff. It's okay. So check it out. His words, not ours.
If you thought The Flash had bad CGI, I can tell you why, because I worked on the movie. In the past couple of years, it seems like there's been an increase in the amount of complaints about bad CGI in superhero movies. And there's a good reason for that.
Notice how they used frames from the most recent Marvel movies as the example. What's his face? Axel, floating head in Thor Ragnarok, Doctor Strange's third eye popping at the end of Multiverse of Madness, and MODOK in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So keep that in mind. Anybody who's just saying that we're Marvel shills, like, this guy worked at DC and with DC. He knows what he's talking about.
For this.
Right.
I mean, well, it's not good, but you'll see what I mean. The way that VFX companies get work is that Marvel and Warner Brothers and other studios will approach VFX companies and say, hey, I have 2,000 shots that I need for this sequence. And the VFX studios will place a bid based on that quantity of shots. But here's the catch. The amount of work per shot varies dramatically. So one shot could have a wire removal. Another shot could have wire removal, smoke sim, fire sim, face replacement, green screen. Despite the difference in workload between those two shots, they both are considered just one shot each. Because of this, VFX artists are forced to work relentless hours, overtime almost every day, including weekends. In fact, I had to be the one to call artists on a Friday night to say, hey, can you work over the weekend? Which is part of the reason why I left after 3 months. But
so another reason why unions are important, folks. Like, yeah, I know the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild strike and all that stuff. It's messing with our shows and it's messing with our movies and it's delaying stuff. I understand. I'm sorry too, but visual effects artists should be unionized as well, because look at that shit, working overtime on weekends and holidays and all that mess. That should be illegal. I don't know.
That's brutal, man.
Like
insane.
Anybody working like that, even if you're CGIing, like, no, screw you. You deserve a proper pay compensation. You deserve like to live a normal human life. All right, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Back to Know the Robot.
Here's the kicker. If these VFX companies aren't meeting the unrealistic expectations that these studios are setting, they risk losing out on future contracts. And there's only so many studios that are making superhero movies anymore. Which means the VFX companies have to bend over backwards to hit these insane deadlines from these Hollywood studios. Then if you look at movies like Avatar that took 10 years to work on the technology just to develop the VFX that looked this amazing, you might think the takeaway from the studios would be, well, if we spend more time working on the VFX, they might actually look good, right? Let me fill you in on a little secret. Movie studios don't care about good CGI. They just don't. The only thing they care about is pleasing their shareholders on the next earnings call.
Line go up.
For them, they've managed to increase the output of superhero movies that are still making billions of dollars, and they've reduced the time it takes to make them. Studios could easily space out their projects to give these super talented and hardworking artists more time to work on the film, but that's just not in the best interest of the shareholders. Instead, they increase the pressure on these artists to deliver faster and faster results. No pun intended. When you're putting out this many projects with shorter turnarounds, the VFX will always look worse. So if it looks like a VFX shot in The Flash was made in a week, it's probably because it was.
All right, that was Know the Robot. Thank you, Know the Robot. Please do not kill us for sharing your stuff. We're sharing in good faith. There we go. He seems like a cool guy. I'm pretty sure he's okay. Okay, so, what's the face? Vicente Guerrero. That show did have some funny moments, though. Oh, talking about Batwoman. Ruby Rose as Kate not being athletic yet winning fights versus any man. Or a cat but hit by a motorcycle walks away totally safely.
The one genuinely funny moment was when the antagonist? Deadshot showed up, and he was a genuinely funny actor. He seemed to actually enjoy himself. And there was a point when he was dropping lines with her, and she goes, "What do you have to stop me? Your darts, your guns?" And he goes, "No, but what I do have is this heat-seeking rocket launcher." And I'm like, okay, damn. That was like the one good, memorable part of that whole show, because the actor was loving that shit.
God Almighty!
Oh, that's awesome.
Like if you're having fun with your work, it shows. Now another thing that is very prominently shown here, folks, in the advertisement and in the promotion is not just Michael Keaton's Batman, but we do have a super Kryptonian joining us. Unfortunately, not Henry Cavill, but Supergirl, portrayed by debuting actress Sasha Calle. By the way,
instead of an anorexic Kal-El, we get a copy of Supergirl, who was supposed to be sent to this world to protect them. But in this version of the movie, her ship arrived instead, and it got caught by the Russians, who somehow figured out how to put her into a, like the isolation room, the Russian scrotum, as the movie likes to call it, and retract her from sunlight. And you know what? She was one of the few good parts of the movie. She did her part. She actually portrayed the work. And I wasn't really digging the suit, but she made it work. I like to think she made it work.
Can we just give some okay, one thing that I absolutely have to bring to everybody's attention.
Hey,
you may not like how the suit looks, but nobody can deny how Sasha Calle looks in the suit.
Oh no, she looks great. She looks fantastic.
Like Angel, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you the link.
You do realize I'm watching the movie. I don't need the link.
Oh no, not just that. I mean, like she took this behind the scenes photo of herself. It donned in the suit, and she shared it publicly for the first time. I'm gonna send it to you too, Jose. This is worthy. Like this just shows, she's feeling it. Angel, Jose, I present to you glory.
Is that in the chat?
No, it's on your messenger.
Give me a second.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Let me check that out.
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat also.
Yeah, the world needs to know.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, I shared it on the YouTube chat. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Shoot, folks. Here, if you want to take a look at Supergirl on your own, here we go.
Oh yeah, I saw this picture. I follow the actress on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I saw this one a while ago. Yeah, she looks fantastic.
Right?
She arguably looks and acts some of the best parts of the movie, though admittedly, she only gets a limited amount of time to show off because she shows off near the end of the movie and she's mostly for the climax. But she is one of the few good parts of the show. It really does appear. And that's another thing that the movie tends to do. When it tries to do the drama, it basically this movie is what people accuse Marvel movies of being on Phase 4. They have okay, let me see. Of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big dramatic events on the movie, there is 2 that don't get undercut by some stupid joke in the middle. This goddamn movie cannot stop going for the route of, hang on, this is too serious. We gotta throw a joke. Throw more jokes. More. Now, I don't care if they're not funny. Just throw as many jokes as possible. We have to distract people from this horrible goddamn script. They cannot go more than 5 goddamn minutes without throwing a horrible pun, a joke, or worse, a lampshade. Dear
Angel,
God.
Angel, you think the director has the director of the Thor movies on speed dial, just in case?
I certainly goddamn hope not.
Let's just put it this way for how well Sasha Calle's portrayal of Supergirl has been received, and this is good. Like we said, there are going to be good things in it. Supergirl is one of them. According to an article from last month's Variety, Supergirl actress Sasha Calle asked for Henry Cavill's blessing after filming The Flash and got it. Quote, he's our Man of Steel. So yeah, she's
awesome. I love how Henry Cavill is so powerful that even after DC has done everything they can to erase him from the movie that he used to be in, people still know that he's the G.
He is the real. He is the actual freaking. He's
the hero that we needed.
He's a certified G and a bona fide stud.
He's the hero that we didn't deserve, but we needed.
Yeah, and no, the dude is great, and nobody here can question how great the dude is. He's the chaddest of chads and the dopest of dudes.
Yes,
it was back to the horrible things.
Yeah, it was an interview with Entertainment Weekly. She says, "Quote: I asked him, did I make you proud? Cuz does Superman approve?" And he was like, absolutely, you did a phenomenal job. I think to me, that means the world because it's Henry Cavill, Man of Steel. Like,
yeah.
You see what I mean? It's like, that's so sweet. And like, yes, I met him. I met him actually after the movie was done, months later. I give him a big hug. You know, it's Henry Cavill, man, our Man of Steel. He's a kind, very proper, and it was a great experience. You see, he is the GOAT. He deserves proper Supermaning time. I know
There's two great kinds of pain.
I know that Rock the Dwayne Johnson was trying to tease having Superman in there, but it was really more for him to have Black Adam fight Superman instead of actually fighting Shazam, because, God forbid, Black Adam, who is a direct antagonist of Shazam, be involved with Shazam. No, he's like, no, I like the hierarchy of power in the DC universe has to change.
Well, it certainly did. Hey, Brock, tell me about your taxes. Tell me about your taxes.
Let's not and say we didn't.
Dwayne, tell me about your goddamn taxes, Dwayne.
Let's not and say we didn't.
Once again, controversy mired every step of this, and everything on the DC seems to get involved in idiotic controversy. But going back to the film, once again, I want you guys to actually keep an eye on it when we're watching it, and notice that after a while, you start to predict when the jokes, and I'm putting some serious goddamn quotation marks on that.
The jokes.
Jokes are going to show up. But see, I could live with the stupid jokes. I cannot live with the constant goddamn lampshading. The constant elbow nudging. Isn't it silly that we're doing this? Isn't it crazy that this is happening? Isn't it insane that we're going to this event? Yes, I get it. For God's sake.
Are you laughing yet?
Are you laughing? Is this funny to you?
How am I supposed to get invested? How am I supposed to get invested in this world if the goddamn script keeps trying to take me out of this world? I want to care. Why do you keep... It's like, imagine you're watching a play, a theater play, and it's a wonderful theater play with like Sir Patrick Stewart doing the lead. And every 5 seconds, he gets off at the stage, runs to your seat, and slaps the popcorn out of your hand and tells you, it's a play, you fool! It's not real! Look at it! It doesn't make any sense.
It's not supposed to. They think that that's what people want now. What's his face? Oh, D Nice is over here saying, I'm sad that David Harbour wasn't in this movie to create a joke that Jim Hopper from Stranger Things was blasted into both the MCU and the DCEU.
That would just be more lampshading, and I don't need that
that would be a little bit lampshady, but then again, it would be like, I get it. I don't get it, but I get it. No, I know what you mean, because he what's his face, Red Guardian, the Black Widow movie. What would he do DCEU wise? I got no clue. No, it's okay, but yeah, I know what you mean. Let me see here. Tell me, Planet Q's Queen. Henry reminds me of a younger Christopher Reeves when he was Superman. Oh, tell me about your lawsuit, Dwayne. No, he's about telling me about your taxes, is what he's saying.
Tell me about your taxes, Dwayne. But yeah, and as of course we run to the climax, the big deal of this is that Barry finds out that, oh no, I changed things for the worse. But wait, maybe this way we can change things for the better. So while the events of Man of Steel not quite happen in the background, we get to, pile on the entire thing and build up our own little version of Justice League with Michael Keaton and Supergirl over here. And I am finally at that part, by the way. I am watching the climax, and what's the name of the actor for Zod?
Michael Shannon.
What a waste of his time. I hope the paycheck was big, because the man himself outright said that he was not feeling anything in this movie, and he's right. He and the other Kryptonians are basically plot points. Or rather, they are plot devices. They're not even a point. He shows up, says a bunch of cliche lines, and gets into a big dramatic fight. And the other Kryptonians, they don't even get lines. They're just there to be roadblocks. Literally, they're just there for the sake of you remember
Feora, the hot Kryptonian chick? Whatever, she's just there.
She's just kind of there. Anything. She fights a couple of NPCs and just sort of fades into the background while everybody does something. Are you kidding me? We don't even get a cool fight scene between her and Stu.
Why should we?
Why? No. Zod is the one. I know
why. Because we're being punished.
You are being punished.
And yeah, D-Nice, Supergirl crashing in Russia somehow screwed as part of the whole wibbly wobbly. Yeah, it's messed up. And yeah, I got what you sent us, Planet Q's Queen. I'm gonna make sure Jose sees that, and I am not surprised at all. That's actually one of the smartest things ever. Jose, if you want to take a look at our Twitter DMs, and you'll see.
All right, I'll take a look at it. But dang, man, the way you guys are describing it so far, that makes me want to call Zack Snyder and say, you know something, man? Man of Steel, maybe it wasn't so bad.
Perhaps we judge you too harshly.
No. It's still. Trust me when I say, like, just because you have one movie that didn't age really well that was made 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago, 2013 is what? Wait, hold on, Man of Steel.
No, it is 2013. You are correct.
Oh my God, 10 years, 10 years of the DCEU.
I slowly shrink into Old Snake.
Okay, let me just frame this in my brain for a minute. For the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as highly saturated as it was for the first 10 years, 19 films.
That's a lot of films.
We had individual stories that all had their own peaks and valleys with a connecting thread through them that did not diminish from each individual story, but rather led towards a monumental crescendo culminating in the end of this 10-year chapter that they dubbed the Infinity Saga, ending in Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, right?
Yeah, there was build-up, there was a beginning, there was a middle, and there was a climatic end.
And
if you don't
each
care
point
for the
along the way, you
after this point, you can quit anytime after like Endgame, and you're good to go if you so wish.
And each chapter, each story, if you would, had its own stories in and of itself that built in itself and fleshed out the characters, right?
For the most part, it felt like it was actually trying to do something individual. Like, I could watch any of the individual movies in of themselves, and they could still be relatively good movies on their part. But the impact of things like Avengers or Endgames comes out of the fact that we have seen all the previous movies, or most of them, and we've seen these characters build up into what they are. This movie relies on a build-up that was never made.
Oh no, Angel, don't forget, Angel. That's not the real build-up. The real build-up came from Zack Snyder's Justice League, Angel. So what you see, what you have to understand, because you need to know the real truth and the real glory of the real DC Universe Snyderverse here, because he's the only genius in this whole fucking business. If they just let him take all of our beloved characters and have him have their way with them, then we'll get the real story. Let me tell y'all. Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. What? Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and then Justice League. But then, if we had the real Zack Snyder's Justice League, that was 4 hours long. 4 fucking hours! I remember getting into the trial of HBO Max, back when it had HBO in the name. I watched it starting at midnight like an idiot. And I sat through until 4 a.m. like an idiot. And I planted myself, and I did this on a school night too. On a work night. I was so stupid.
They say that all men are created equal. But if you look at me,
Angel!
And you can see that the statement is not true. See, normally, if you go one-on-one with Zack Snyder, you get a 50-50 chance of winning an Oscar. But this movie's a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% chance at best of winning Batman. Then you are Superman to the mix. Your chances of winning drastically go down. See, in the way Justice League, you got a 33 and a third chance of winning. But I got a 66 and 2/3 chances of winning. The Flash knows he can't outrun me, and he's not even going to try. So, Zack Snyder, You take your 33 and a third chance, minus that 25%, and you got an 8.13% chance of winning an Oscar. But then you take the entire 75% that was outsold by a single goddamn anime called Demon Slayer, and if we was to go 1-on-1, then we had the 66 and 2.5% of the rest of the anime and the release of the Chainsaw Man Blu-ray. I got a 141 2/3 chance of winning the Oscar. Because you see, Zach, numbers don't lie. And they spell disaster for you at the Emmy Awards.
Oh my God.
I can't believe you did it! You did the entire Steiner math! Oh my fucking God! Folks, give this man a medal! Everybody, please! Oh my God! Please! Angel gets all the freaking emojis, everybody! That deserves a freaking super chat of some kind, because Angel freaking nailed the entirety of the Steiner Math promo, and Snyderverse did!
That was pretty damn impressive, Angel, I'm not gonna lie.
Angel, that was phenomenal! That was absolutely phenomenal!
It does highlight yet again the main problem with this movie. This movie is the same problem with the Justice League movie, but worse. See, the Justice League was a combination of all the heroes coming together. The problem is, there were no independent films or events to highlight the heroes, so the whole thing felt like kind of hacking together. This movie is a combination of the heroes coming together, but not coming together the right way. The problem is that they never came together the right way in the first place. So this movie is basically telling me these are the consequences of an incredible thing that you don't get to see.
Instead of having a movie where everything comes... No. Instead of having a movie where you have everything come together, you have a movie where it's just coming all over the place.
Yeah. It's too many cooks. Too many cooks, indeed.
Why would you do that, Jose?
We took all the ingredients and tossed that shit all over the pot. By the way, I'm watching the final fight right now. This looks like a PS3 cutscene, an early PS3 cutscene.
Okay, Angel, it can't be an early PS3 cutscene if it doesn't have a lot of lens flare, a lot of visual effects bloom, and a lot of sepia tone. All right.
No,
you're thinking of Zack Snyder's Justice League's nightmare scene.
Dude, this is the scene. The final fight is taking place on a big flat sand plain under the morning sun. There's barely any cinematic anything to the area. Bro, this is the most boring final boss fight I ever seen in my life.
Real quick, Planet Q's Queen saying that they're biting their tongue. Oh wait, no. Who was biting their tongue? Yeah, Planet Q's Queen, she's biting her tongue. I won't say it. No, please, whatever it is you're gonna say it.
Say it. I ain't gonna judge. If you liked it, I'm gonna judge the shit out of you, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, and Gene Rick said, "Come save the Flash." Mr. Snyder loved Superman. He may have loved Superman, but he didn't really understand Superman. He was just saying, "Look at how awesome Superman looks, punching with big muscles and big looks, and he's so alpha Chad, man." Like, you also have to understand.
It's kind of ironic when you think about it, because it shouldn't be that hard to understand Superman. It's Superman. It's Clark Kent.
Like, listen, Clark Kent is Superman. Superman is Clark Kent. You have to emphasize the Clark Kentedness, the earnestness, the stuff. I know that they had some corny stuff with the theatrical version of Justice League, but some of the cornballness with Clark Kent's dialogue on there is very Clark Kent. What was it his line? I believe in truth, but I'm also a big fan of justice.
There was a brief moment there when this team played, and for those 20 seconds, we had Superman.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Are we talking about lines from all of the movies that Superman was in, or just Justice League?
I'm talking about just Justice League. I'm talking about the Joss Whedon theatrical, actually 2-hour-long version of Justice League. Not the Snyderverse one, which had him dead for the entire time, and had him because if he's wearing his actual red and blue and yellow colors, that means he's evil. If he's actually cool, and if he's actually good, he has to be all black, because that's what makes him so metal. Not, the black and silver suit is like a medically enhanced suit to help him reabsorb yellow sunlight, to help him recover his strength faster, and actually have it have a purpose. No, because the real hope of Superman is black!
How ironic that the actual time that he wore the black suit in the comics was to stop an evil version of him cloned by Lex Luthor after he was revived from his fight with Doomsday.
Right, exactly.
There was an actual reason to wear the black suit instead of just Edge. But Zack Snyder's foibles aside, once again, going back to this film is exactly all the problems from the previous movie, but exacerbated. Because you get just dumped with this new cast of characters in a version of the story that is hilariously out of contact. Oh, and I almost forgot. They missed one of the most important aspects of the DC universe because they never built him up. Did anybody here forgot about Professor Zoom?
Right, the Reverse Flash.
Yes!
Now, we don't see anybody.
Antagonists.
We don't see anybody in the cast list, in the cast of characters for the film of the Flash, being cast as the Reverse Flash. You know, the super antithesis, the evil version of the Flash, a 25th century psychopath who replicates the accident that gave Barry Allen his powers and becomes a super criminal just to spite Barry. And he, like, all the memes, all the jokes of, hey, Barry, you know that one time when you were making out with this one girl you liked and you were about to get laid with her, but you didn't because you embarrassed yourself by jizzing in your pants? It was me, Barry! I was using the Speed Force to jerk you off so hard and make it look like you jizzed in your pants to embarrass you, Barry! Like that absolute mad lad of evil. He's nowhere to be found in this movie. Nowhere. No, ever.
And that's the main problem. The biggest plot twist of the movie in the animated and the comic book version is that when Barry finds Reverse Flash, he goes, "You did this." And the Reverse Flash goes, "Oh, no, Barry. The big plot twist is that you did this because you went back in time, you triggered this domino effect, and you completely screwed everything up. I came back just to see you realize that you effed up this badly." So the big plot twist of the movie is that for once, Zoom is not the cause of Barry's problems. Barry caused all those problems himself, which leads to the big ace about the film of don't try to change the past because you screw up the future. But here, there is no Zoom. Because Zoom doesn't exist in the DC extended universe. You know, for a universe that is called extended, it looks awfully shrunken down. Maybe it's cold. Anyways.
For a universe that seems extended, it seems very, very limited.
Thank you. You nailed it. Nailed it.
It is limited over here. Let me put it to you this way. We don't have Aquaman in this movie. We don't have Wonder Woman in the timeline over here.
She goes up for 30 seconds.
And by the way,
and then that's it.
And I'm actually double checking something over here because I remember this isn't a spoiler, by the way. From Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
Plays everywhere she goes.
Oh, what's up?
Does she go to a funeral and the theme plays?
Yeah, no, but if you're watching the real version, if you're watching Zack Snyder's version of the actual Justice League, that's real and awesome, then it's not that Junkie XL crazy song. It's a that ululating happening everywhere she goes. She's taking a poop at the Louvre where she works in the cure, and nobody pays attention because they think like, oh wow, this is the Louvre. This is the greatest museum in the world. They even have classical, expert Mediterranean throat singing in the women's bathroom. Amazing.
The entire soundtrack of Dune is
Gal Gadot
firmly between her ass cheeks.
It's just Gal Gadot. We're making bad jokes.
We don't get any of the big dramatic.
Also, there's no Cyborg because Yay Fisher. Whatever.
They could have just gotten a different guy.
No, don't worry, Angel.
There's a million black dudes out there that be like,
Angel, it's okay. Ray Fisher doesn't matter.
I suppose not.
I mean, he really doesn't matter.
Oof.
Yay, Fisher. Anyway, the point is, okay. Yeah, no, that's another little pinprick here. Planet Q Screen saying hashtag fuck Zack Snyder. Oh no. Aaron Cooper, no, they did. They have Wonder Woman show up for 10 seconds, but they have the awesome song, you know, and that's it. Like just for 10 seconds there, and pops in, pops out, and she's done. Don't worry about it.
Speaking of Zack Snyder, even though he was nowhere near the production of this movie, am I correct, guys?
Nope, he had nothing
Nowhere
to do
to
with
be
this
found.
project at all.
Okay. Are some of his, I don't want to say, practices, like, can that be seen in this Flash movie? Like, for example, like the overuse of slow-mo or...
Okay. Let me put it to you this way, Zay. The slow-mo actually makes sense this time because it's Barry Allen, who's a speedster, who's the Flash, who runs at super speed. Everything's in slow motion. But it's not Zack Snyder's slow-mo. Which, by the way, if you cut out all the slow-mo in Zack Snyder's Justice League, you may have a passable 3-hour film.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah, Matthew Coburn in the chat. Hey, up there, Matthew Coburn. Doom Patrol Cyborg is a real cyborg. Hell yeah. Anybody who's willing to throw down alongside Brendan Fraser's okay by me. And yeah, what's his face is saying earlier they said in the chat, D-Nice, yo, Snyder, your slow-mo in 300 was great, but in the Justice League, you made the Flash just look as fast as the rest of the team. Ha.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Zack Snyder gave us this one meme where it showed the Flash's OMG face.
Well, that one.
There's also the fact that the director of this movie tried to defend the horrible special effect of the Flash running by claiming, no, you don't understand. When the Speed Force kicks in, we're seeing things from his point of view. And I'm like, from his point of view, he looks like shit. Is this what you're telling me, bro? This is not helping. This is cope.
They're trying. They're trying
This
so
is
hard.
Cope and see.
They're trying so damn hard. Like, listen, we're not even the only ones saying this stuff over here. There's a freaking article from The Ringer that popped up yesterday. And yeah, The Ringer is another website. It's another news and pop culture site. The headline reads on it, and I'm going to share it with the fine folks at home. Yeah, Vicente said, oh yeah, for Zack Snyder's Justice League, 4 hours of a movie, whoa, even for favorite directors/writers like Eli Roth and Rob Zombie, I couldn't sit through 4 hours. Yeah, no, this was 4 hours of Zack Snyder stroking himself off to completion and making everybody watch.
Okay, well, speaking of which, getting back onto the subject of the Flash movie, what about the serious drama scenes? Was there any overuse of any important dialogue that's dumped in there, like overload or something?
Nope, but it's probably better off as a. Let me put it this way, like Angel mentioned earlier, any serious moments that we may have in the story in the Flash, 9 times out of 10, they're undercut with the jokey jokes. Like he said, the same jokes that everyone accuses all the MCU movies of doing all the time. Ugh. So let me get to this article from The Ringer.
After a while, I started to predict them, and I nailed it 80% of the time.
If your film's predictable, you have a problem.
But go on, Juancho. Go ahead and get to the article.
Let me get to the article, please. Thank you. Headline reads, The Flash is the depressing culmination of the great IP experiment. These guys already, written by Charles Holmes, these guys are already calling it a bomb in the byline over here. Warner's $220 million CGI-filled bomb is what happens when superhero movies peddle in nostalgia for a history that doesn't exist.
Yep.
And see, this is their imagery over here. Tom Cruise lied, y'all. Ha! Oh, God! That's a hell of a way to open. Remember how... Okay, because with the lead up of The Flash and people getting advanced screenings, Tom Cruise had it famously got saying, this is what a film should be. This is what, cinema should be. I'm like, that's a fucking horrifying way to just undercut the guy. Ow! Okay.
Damn.
You know, what do you call it? Back in March. Back to the article. Back in March, it was reported that Cruise told Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav that The Flash represented everything you could want in a film. Quote, this is the kind of movie we need now, Cruise told the new Warner chief and steward of HBO Max, according to insiders. Yeah, in fairness, Thomas Mathepers IV wasn't alone. Wait, is that his full name? Is that Tom Cruise's full freaking name? Hold on.
Maybe.
Hold on. It is. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did he just change his name to Cruise? Yeah, he would. Okay, that makes sense. But oh my God.
To be fair, though, it's a stage name. Tom Cruise sounds a lot more impressive than Thomas Cruise.
No, Thomas Matherper. No,
exactly.
Mapother.
when you wanna make a stage name, you want it to make like snappy. It sounds powerful.
Yeah.
So 2 words usually get the word across, like Will Smith, Mark Hamill.
Like Nick Cage.
2 words.
Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
Like Nicolas
Samuel
Cage is actually related to
motherfucking
Francis Ford
Jackson.
Coppola, but he changed his name. Yeah.
Well,
Or
Keanu Reeves, which literally means the coolness.
Angel, it does have a point. If you want to make it in the entertainment business, you need to have a stage name. Short, but it slaps.
It's powerful.
okay.
He gets the point across.
Okay. Thomas Cruise Mapother the Fourth. Okay, so Cruz is like his middle name, I guess, and he just shortened it to Tom Cruise. Okay, sure. I can live with that. All right, sorry. That was a weird little thing that I did not know. Now I know. The more you know. All right. In fairness, he wasn't alone for months. Hollywood's elite and DCEU superfans treated The Flash like the second coming of Citizen Kane. James Gunn, recently installed as the head of DC Films, dubbed it one of the greatest superhero movies ever created. On Twitter, Stephen King called the movie heartfelt, funny, and eye-popping. David Zaslav himself remarked at CinemaCon that it was, quote, the best superhero movie I've ever seen. Zaslav, of course, had his reasons to hype up the film. Post-merger, Warner Bros. Discovery needed a win. Its 2 previous superhero movies, Black Adam and Shazam! Fury of the Gods, bombed in spectacular fashion, and any respite that Gunn's studios rebooting Superman could offer was 2 years away. So it would make sense that Warner's PR apparatus seemed desperate to engineer a hyperbolic word-of-mouth campaign for its $220 million endeavor. One with a star in Ezra Miller, who has in recent years been charged with disorderly conduct, harassment, and burglary, and been at the center of reports that they endangered a mother and her daughter. Yeah. So this is just the beginning of the article over here. I won't get into the rest of it for now to spare ourselves some time and breath, but I'll leave the article to you fine folks to read at your discretion. Let me double check over here. Vicente, even bad jokes by the Ravens flock are better than this Flash movie. Really?
Oh, thank you. You flatter us. It's like that one time that me and Jay Lombone and the other boys, Carl and Paul from Twitter, watched The Woman King. And everybody was saying, did you guys write for this movie? Because your jokes are better than the movies. And I'm like, is this movie trying to tell jokes?
Is this movie trying to tell jokes? Nope.
No, that's the worst part. It wasn't. I was supposed to take that shit seriously. I was dying. They were wasting the juice.
Ow. They wasted the juice.
I digress. Living behind that bad movie and going back to this terrible, terrible movie. That article is the best description. It's trying to build nostalgia for something that never happened. Who is this movie for? It can be for comic book fans because they know this
it's for the fans, Angel. Don't you know all of the cameos and everyone that they bring back digitally back from the dead? It's for the fans.
God. I just got to that part, by the way. It's painful. It's bad. It's so bad.
It's plasticky.
It's incredibly disrespectful. I'm not just talking about how disrespectful it is to that one Superman actor whose life was basically ruined by his career. I'm talking about the fact that it looks terrible. Some of these are so bad, they look like 2D images superimposed on a 3D stage. You can tell that this is the point where the VFX studio basically went, okay, we got 24 hours before
good enough. Just give it to him, quick.
Crunch it. Let's go. I got a family I haven't seen in a month.
I'm sure they don't miss you.
Listen, okay, here's the thing though. If we're trying to get everybody to see this film, and we have this gigantic shot of the Flash running to save this person from a sinkhole. Okay, what do you need me to do? Do you need me to overlay the visual effects of the lightning coming off of him? Do you want me to help with the slow-mo No, we need you to make Ezra Miller not look like a menace to society. You have 48 hours to make him not look like a menace to society in this shot. Go. Wait.
Whoops. We failed.
Okay, no. What do you mean? You mean Ezra Miller the actor, or Ezra Miller in their Flash suit here? Yes.
Yeah.
Go. You have 47 hours and 58 minutes. You spent 2 minutes. This is crunch time. This is horrible. My money's on the clock. We're on the clock.
You know, I just realized something. In this movie, Ezra Miller commits breaking and entering, disturbance of families, domestic violence, public exposure, nudity. Wow. I wonder if the writers are up to something, because when you look at it, almost every crime is done in real life, the Flash commits in the movie.
Oh my God! Oh no! Oh
yeah!
no!
Oh yeah!
God
Drink
damn
my
it.
head juice.
No! Dude! No! Oh my God! When did Ezra Miller film all that stuff? And then when did they start getting in trouble with the law?
They just followed him with a camera and then applied green screen effects to it.
Oh no, Juan's asking for the specific date. Am I right?
Because I want to, like, hold on. I've got the freaking article, principal photography. When did he start? No, that's post-production. I went too fast. Filming. Began in April 19th, 2021. Oh, God. And when was Ezra Miller's issues over here? Let me double check over here.
We're doing live research.
Yep, live research courtesy of the Ravens flock, folks. Holy crap. By the way, what's up with the man bun that they came out with? I get it, it's a choice.
I don't want to ask.
I get it, it's no, when they came to the when Ezra Miller showed up at the red carpet premiere, somehow kept their mouths shut for the most part, but still, that hairdo is a choice, I guess.
Yeah. It was, listen, choices were made and they were terrible. However, this is the part where
good, a pop-up ad popped up right over Ezra Miller's face. So all I have to focus on is
trying to say something.
Apologies, but it's already 11:30, so this is the part where I have to step myself away.
Are you sure you can't stick around? We're gonna wrap up soon, okay? I promise.
All right, just for a few more minutes, because I gotta go.
I gotta go too. We both have lives. All three of us have lives. I get it. Well, yeah, that was looking at our.
How many futures did you see? 14,605,000. In how many was the Flash a good movie? None. Watch the animated one, stupid.
Okay, so yeah, no, Ezra Miller's stuff dated back since like 2018, 2019. Yeah, no. How much you want to bet that they were just trying to write it off to the folks over at Warner Brothers saying like, oh, hey, I'm just doing character developing for the Flash, you know, because he's a menace to society here, so I gotta do that too. Like, nah, that don't fly, son. That don't fly.
Yeah.
Meth purse, thank you, Aaron Cooper. Yeah, ego seating scene, gross. Yeah, oh my God, you're right. And yes, Planet Q Screen, 21 and 22. Yep, that was when all their craziness started going off. Yeah, and it was in 2019. Yeah, Planet Q Screen with Fantastic Beasts. So yeah, no, fuck it. All right, point is, people are writing this thing off already. There's I'm not going to spoil the climax, which, by the way, I already know. I'm not going to tell anyone. Anyone who's seen it, you know it. Anyone who hasn't seen it, you can find out on your own, whichever way you wish. You can follow upright people's examples and patronize the theaters because God knows, people need money for their jobs. So that would be the only reason. And yeah, it's not just an Ezra Miller movie. You have Michael Keaton show up. You have Sasha Calle, who, like we said, with a little bit of time that she was on, she did a good job as Supergirl. But, like, if there was a way to partition our $15 movie ticket and just say, hey, let me just give the shares to the people that count, but keep this, like, 85 cents or whatever that Ezra Miller's supposed to get, I'm keeping that.
I'm using that as cab fare. I'm out of here.
85 cents for cab fare. Yeah.
I actually just got a little bit of a bonus paid tonight, and I think I'm going to use that money to watch the new Spider-Verse movie.
You know what?
What's up, Danger?
Man. Enjoy yourself.
Yes, Jose, please.
I hope you have as much fun as I did seeing a giant Latino man live to his roots by abusing children.
Wait. Oh, God. Oh, freaking
by Michael Jordan.
The Miguel O'Hara. Jesus. I was over here thinking like, wait, what?
The fact that
oh yeah.
I'm sorry I'm talking about an actually good movie now instead of a shitty one, but every time I used to remember that film, I'm like, man, the jokes were downplaying how pissed off this man was.
Yeah, no, they were. I told you, Angel. Minute 1.
He didn't choose violence. He had no choice.
Minute 1, just like I told you.
Second 1.
Good grief, this guy's. Anyhow, it's clear and it's obvious, like, okay, there's effort that's been put into this. And yeah, we also see in the advertising, you have 2 Barry Allens. You have one from this timeline and you have the one that screwed up the timeline. You could tell because of their hair. You can tell them apart because of the hair. It's
Yeah.
if there's one thing if people thought that Ezra Miller's portrayal of Barry Allen was too cringy to begin with,
Oh God.
the cringe, she's a coming. When you have
Worse
two
than
of them.
Barry Allen, two Barry Allens, and one of them is a teenager that laughs like. That laugh sounds
Like
very
laughing
familiar.
like a giggling
I heard
idiot.
it somewhere else. No. I heard it in another movie. Another movie with equally stupid. Biodome.
What? Biodome?
Wow, I haven't heard that name in a long
One
time.
of the guys from Biodome laughed exactly like Teenage Barry.
Oh no. Oh, is that laughing gas? Oh, that. God.
That high pitch, my balls haven't dropped yet laugh.
God.
The one that I don't think I ever did that when I was.
That was
a
Pauly
preteen,
Shore. No wonder. Is that who Ezra Miller's been tapping this whole time? Pauly Shore? Like, I'm not gonna lie, Pauly Shore's not. They're a one-note actor, and they always play the same note.
I could have
So,
sworn I heard that stupid laugh somewhere else.
God
that was the
damn.
first impression that came to mind.
like, look,
That high-pitched giggle at high speed. Where is it from? It's not exactly from there, but I know it's somewhere in the back of my brain. I swear to God, I'm gonna find it somewhere, and I will let you know, and you will hate me for it.
Oh my God.
no, just no, just no. God,
Was it the guy from Kung Pao Enter the Fist? We trained him wrongly as a joke.
if you've
Wait, got the no,
mouse,
no,
I'll kick it.
quite.
Hang on a minute, guys. I do want to ask something. We've already talked how Sasha did her role, and to the film's credit, to her credit, they were good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the few good parts of the film.
Yeah,
What about Michael freaking Keaton?
Jose, that's a stupid question.
That's
Michael
not a fair
Keaton
question, Joe. He's a good actor.
Got
We
to
know this.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but he's a good actor in a really bad movie.
Yeah.
You could
And
be a
that's
good
why
actor.
He wasn't Bruce Wayne. He was just Michael Keaton.
Okay, so just like Sasha, he was also one of the few good things.
Yeah.
Yes.
In essence, he really doesn't behave much like old Bruce, more like Michael Keaton. But his natural charm and charisma make up for it. It's like Will Smith as Deadshot. You know it's not Deadshot, it's just Will Smith, but it works. It's
Like,
kind of like that.
It's
No, I know.
it's like the whole issue of Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel being so egocentric that they can only play themselves, have to be the boring invincible heroes that in their contracts can never lose a fight, or if they have a wound, it can only be a little cut on their cheekbone to make it look edgy or whatever. Like, okay,
Yes.
it's that trope, but applied well.
Okay,
Okay, that's i.e.
comparison,
Will
like-
Smith, i.e. Michael Keaton.
Yes.
Guys,
Without the
I was gonna
ego.
make a different comparison. I was gonna make a different comparison that like it's like Will Smith being in a lot of bad movies. The movies are bad, but shit, Will Smith, he makes up for it. But despite that, it's not enough to save the movie.
No, of course not. A few good scenes here and there cannot salvage the goddamn mess that the film is. Like, there was a scene at the beginning when I'm like, oh, hey, Barry's using his super speed in a creative way to save a bunch of falling babies from a building. This is pretty cool. Oh, God, don't look at the babies too closely. Jesus Christ.
The babies
Like,
look
it-
like
Oh.
NPCs in a PS3.
Oh, God. That was some of the most horrifying versions of child I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, God. Are we sure they weren't procedurally generated?
They might as well be. I mean, shit. We reached a point where Secret Invasion has an opening made with AI. So I'm just giving up on everything now forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
by
no,
the way,
D-Nice is saying
they'll-
that Ezra Miller does play 3 different characters. Okay, you're right. He plays
Oh, that's
our
right,
Flash,
yeah.
the one who started everything. Younger, what's his face? Barry Allen, and acts like a little hyperactive doofus compared to himself. Which, like you said, the lamp shading issue is like, okay, even older Barry Allen is annoyed and cringing at his younger self.
Oh God! The one part that was good is him going, "Oh, so this is what it's like talking to a teenage version of me." Oh, Jesus Christ! I was terrible,
And-
and that part I did laugh at because I'm like, okay, no, yeah. If I made teenage me, I'd probably cringe into it like a raisin.
Yeah. I won't lie. Teenagers scare the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone would bleed. So darken your clothes and strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. God.
Yep.
Yeah. No. It's like and the third character we won't say. That's a spoiler, but it's still like okay when Ezra is trying to do serious acting. When he's trying to do dramatic acting, he can hit some of those notes well. When he's trying to do jokey jokes, comedy, interspersing with it, no. Just no.
Remember that time when they're in the Batcave and he just fucking snaps at his younger self because of the pressure of what's happening, and his younger self just taking the things that he doesn't have for granted? Remember, Barry does not remember the good childhood that he had with his mom. Teenage Barry did, so he just takes that stuff for granted. And he knows he cannot tell younger Barry the reason why he's frustrated, which highlights and mounts up on his frustration before he finally winds down. That was actually a very well-made scene, because it led to the next scene when he confesses to Michael Keaton without realizing that younger Barry is listening under him eating a banana. Those two scenes, those were actually pretty well made, because the drama was on point, the dialogue was on point, the music was on point, and more importantly, they didn't undercut the important moment with a stupid joke.
So in those moments, when you have the dramatic moments, let the dramatic moments breathe. Let it play out. Let it work. It doesn't all have to be drama jokey, drama jokey, drama jokey, jokey.
You can have serious moments too.
You can. Like, even I know that, and the last thing that I made that can even be remotely considered dramatic or jokey or anything like that was a pilot I made over 10 years ago. It was ridiculous, but when we have a humor moment, it was humor. When we had an action moment, it was actiony. You have the places fit where they're supposed to fit. What the shit, people? It's not that hard. Oh yeah, no, what's her face? Case in point, D nice, LOL, and that was a cartoon. Oh yeah, no, this says Planet Q's Queen, Dwayne is playing himself in the live action version of Moana. Yeah. Because he can't find a big, fluffy, round, barrel-chested Maori Filipino or like South Pacific-looking dude to play it. It's got to be Rock the Dwayne Johnson. He's just got to be himself in it. He's trying.
I saw The Rock had like Hawaiian ancestry, didn't he?
He is part Hawaiian, yes. He is Hawaiian, he is Samoan, and that's on his mother's side of the family, and his father was an African-American dude.
To be fair,
Rocky Johnson.
I don't want to be a race purist about this. As long as a person looks the part of the character they're playing, I could care less what nationality they are. If they look the part, that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to make them of the same nationality, then I'm not going to complain. But I got people, like, when they announced the Lilo and Stitch live action, shitting on one of the actresses just because their skin wasn't dark enough, even though they were from the island of Hawaii. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Are we getting a little too pressed about this? Are we really going to go into the skin purity test?
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
The part, that's what matters.
Like,
if they can act the part, that matters even better.
Like, the only thing that I can with that live action Moana thing, I can understand Ali Carvalho not returning to be live action Moana because it's supposed to be a younger teenager or a younger girl on there.
Makes sense.
And granted, Ali Carvalho, she's 22 and she can clearly still play teenage looking, but that's not the direction that they're going to go with. And she's obviously of Hawaiian descent, and she's obviously even got some Puerto Rican in her too. She's got her island heritage in there. She could if they wanted to, but that's not the world that they were going to go with. So that's fine.
Yeah. And the way I see it is, if you look the part, you can play the part. Because otherwise, well, the dubbing industry wouldn't exist.
Yeah,
and,
true.
Hey, let's get down to it, man. Yeah, if it looks like the character, if the actor looks like the character portraying and they can play the part, then their nationality should not matter. I mean, hell, sometimes that's not even the case. Remember that time in the Daredevil movie where the Kingpin was played by the incredibly massive and imposing Michael Richardson?
Michael Clark Duncan.
The late Michael
Clark Duncan. The dude is black as night, as opposed to the Kingpin, who is canonically a white dude from the suburbs. But did he not play the part to perfection?
Oh no, dude!
Easy.
He and Colin Farrell had the time of their lives. You could tell by the look on their faces and how they're going through their dialogue and their character motions. They were having fun.
Exactly. So it can be done properly. I don't want to fall into the fallacy of purity, because that is one step away from racism. And I am many things, but I'm not going to hate people for the shit that they can't control.
Exactly. No, like
except for that one thing. Fuck you for that. All of you.
Wait,
you know what you did.
Oh, man. This
Angel, for the last time, that freaking painting was like that when I drove there, okay? It was meant to be... They said it's like a modern art expression, all right? They said it's like crash art.
Art is a mistake.
So, Juancho, let me ask you a question. Since you and Angel are the only ones that have seen it, and thank goodness I didn't. Juancho, and I'm going to get to Angel too. In a diplomatic sense, how would you best summarize the movie? You know, diplomatically.
Okay.
Okay.
In a simple term?
All right, Angel first and then me. Go ahead.
Right. Let's see. If I could give it a number, 4 out of 10. A few good moments here.
I'm not asking for it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking for a number.
From an artistic sense, what's the word I could put? Incomplete. It feels incomplete. Call-outs and highlights to things I've never seen, to events that I should know, to things that are trying to make me feel something by connecting to events that never happened. It's incomplete. It's like a big block of cheese full of holes flying through space, and the holes are supposed to be important, but I look through the holes and all I see is more cheese. Does that make sense?
Ew, you just described rotten Swiss cheese, man.
Yeah, it's rotten Swiss cheese. Not even good Swiss cheese.
Cheese rot in space?
Yeah.
Curious.
This one can.
There's no oxygen in space, but there is a lot of cosmic radiation out there.
Yeah, it gets irradiated rotten cheese. That's my take on the movie. Thank you.
Okay, that makes sense. I that actually does make a lot of sense. Now, my take on this, having seen and knowing the story of everything that happens with the Flash, it's the Bart Simpson joke of him making a cake. At least you tried, and then realizing that they didn't even try. So Bart just takes a cake and puts it in a trash can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that.
That's wow.
It's I know that people worked on it. I know that they made every effort they could. I know for a fact that everybody who came in brought in the A game that they possibly could. There was a lot of shit that was working against this movie. It's trying to build up, like Angel mentioned, it's trying to build on a mythos that is incomplete. It was haphazard. Look at the way it was that this DC extended universe was brought out. If you want it done right, bring Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam, have a story of the Flash, and have a Batman solo film, The Batman, if you would. Not even The Batman, just have a Batman. Hell, let's even give Cyborg a movie. Fucking Ray Fisher. Let's have that.
Cyborg the movie.
And then you can have Batman Dawn of Justice. Then you can have the Suicide Squad.
Stories in there.
What's up? What was that, Angel?
Angel, you were saying?
Oh, no, sorry. I was just saying, like, people complain about cliche origin stories, but they can be done well. I would like to actually retract my previous statement. Back in the heyday, I commented on the idea of superhero fatigue. But after having seen Guardians 3 and Across the Spider-Verse, maybe it's not superhero fatigue. Maybe we're just sick and tired of bad superhero movies. Because, listen, you can give me all the ingredients, but if you cook me a shitty meal, it will still taste bad. It's that simple. But, like, if you give me a good steak with potatoes, I'll be like, yeah, I had it yesterday, but if it's good, I'll have it again today, you know?
Yeah, it's that easy.
It should be that easy. The story was there. The elements were there. Everything was in place. We just have to follow the formula. No, we gotta do it right now. The Avengers made all the movie in the world. We gotta catch up in 24 hours. Good goddamn luck.
No! We have to let all of it! And also we're gonna give it to this guy who fetishizes Ayn Rand crap. Let's give it to this guy who struck gold maybe like 2 or 3 times ever, and we have to see him as the greatest auteur of all time ever.
Nah, just dump that shit. Listen, we need slow motion.
And we need everybody to be grimdark. All the grimdark! Hey, Superman, you know how you're supposed to be bright, optimistic, the hero of tomorrow in the city of tomorrow, for standing for truth, justice, all that stuff. No, grimdark!
You know what the ironic thing is, though? That show, My Adventures with Superman, is coming out soon, and it looks kind of fun.
Oh yeah, isn't that the one with the new Lois Lane and Clark, and she's got like a pixie haircut, right?
Yeah, it looks kind of fun. The intro is the only thing they've shown, but it looks charming. And as long as they get it right, hey, I'm willing to give it a shot. They got my attention. Let's see if they can impress me.
I hope so. Here's hoping, but let's not give too much on there. People have been known to screw up a lot faster for a lot less.
Oh God, you're still open under this to me.
Now, here's the thing: The Flash is the last of the of what's been made under the previous steward of the DC extended universe, Walter Hamada. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be like the last of what we're calling the DCEU. We still have other films from DC coming out, but it still depends on whether or not it's going to follow with everything that's been made thus far.
Oh my God! If they're looking to draw big and make a lot of money than what this movie made in the opening weekend, then I would take notes from the Flash movie and write it down on what not to do.
It's incredible how they keep fumbling some of the best well-known heroes of all time. We're talking about the goddamn Justice League here, the Flash, Batman, Superman, Supergirl, some of the most well-known heroes in Western comics, animation, and media in general. The most defining characters in the comic book industry besides Marvel. And look at what they've done. Look how easily they just drop the entire plate of eggs all over the street. The splatter will take days to clean.
They've got spaghetti coming out of their pockets.
Oh, no.
Everywhere. All the spaghetti.
All up in this bitch.
Let me check the chat real quick, because I know that you've got to run soon. Oh, they're making Filipino hired Jacob Batalon. I don't think he might be tall enough to do Maui, but that might be an idea. That might be an idea. They're making Rock and John Cena jokes. We can't see him. And John Cena has more range. Swiss cheese is good, not rotten. Oh no. D-Nice. Angel was using that as a metaphor. Like, imagine a block of Swiss cheese in space. The space radiation will rot it, and we want the substance to be there, but the holes are more overwhelming and stuff. Yeah, Edge Dark, Spot, Grim Dark. Yeah. D-Nice, Henry Cavill, hoping the next time you're cast to a franchise that the directors and writer actually give a shit about the character. Right? They couldn't even let him have it for The Witcher, man.
No.
God. We're trying.
In the iconic words of the man himself. Fuck.
I'm spent. I think I'm good.
We have Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom and the Blue Beetle coming up. Okay.
Well, I have some faith for the Blue Beetle. Aquaman? No, it's Amber Heard still around.
Unfortunately, yes. She is still featured prominently in the film. Oh, they're calling Aquaman the final installment of the DCEU.
Damn! Can you imagine fumble that shit so badly that your one salvation... Like, Aquaman 1 and Shazam 1 are the two movies that everybody agrees are, they are damn good, fantastic in their own right. Are we really going to end this shit with Aquaman, guys?
Aquaman 2. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Yeah, apparently that's where we're
going to end the DC Extended Universe with yet another movie with another actor filled to the brim with controversy.
Oh my!
Apparently,
we live in a society, and it is the greatest comedy of our time.
This is a nightmare. This is an absolute disaster. Like we deserve better than that. Blue Beetle looks like it's gonna be fun.
We can't escape it.
Blue Beetle actually looks like it's gonna be fun.
It's kind of fun, yeah.
Check this out. It's only got a budget of $120 million.
That's fine.
That
we
means
don't need to bloat the numbers.
That means that they need to focus on the character. The trailer shows him using the Blue Beetle suit, freaking pulling out a badass freaking the Buster Sword of Cloud in Final Fantasy VII.
Even does the Obari pose for a second there.
Exactly.
That's cool. See, if there's one thing I learned is that budget does not quality make. You can throw a bajillion gorillion dollars, but if the script is crap, it's going to look like crap. It's that simple. So we don't have to give them all the money in the world. I mean, look at Spider-Verse. Look at Deadpool. You can make good movies without bloating the budget to hundreds upon hundreds of billions of dollars with enough monetary value to pay the goddamn national debt 3 times over.
Right.
Point in case, as long as it's good, the budget will not be a problem. The directing, producing, and script writing are where the true power of this
and the acting. Let's not forget the acting.
And the act, of course. Thank you. And the acting. If it's good, it will show its quality. It will speak for itself.
Like, let's put it this way: they cast for the Blue Beetle. They cast Xolo Maridueña. He plays Miguel Diaz in the Cobra Kai series. All right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay,
dude.
we got some good shit.
Awesome.
We got some good shit. Also, for those of you who are looking for actually worthwhile to watch, Demon Slayer Season 3 just ended. It was fantastic. Go check it out. The drama was great. The fights were
Anime
beautiful.
is still fun.
We killed the tiny old man. He deserved it. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I appreciate every single one of y'all over here. Angel, I'm going to go ahead and let you go real quick. What can we expect from you this coming Saturday on this week's edition of Los Amigos Play?
Well, on this week's edition of Los Amigos Play, there will be no Amigos Play. We'll be watching wrestling instead.
No, Angel,
no.
No. I got this, Angel. That's next weekend.
Oh, I fucked up. My bad. Okay, so on this weekend, we will continue the dark and dreary folk-filled story of Silent Hill 2 under the controller of Mr. Toy Slasher as we try to figure out where the hell is our wife.
Oh my God.
Where's my wife? Did she go to wrestling with Joe?
This kind of feels like the roles are reversed because when we were playing Resident Evil, we're trying to run away from the dude who's trying to who's trying to score with Jill, and now this time we're
trying to score with our wife.
Oh wow!
No, you don't understand, Joe. I had to make that mistake. It's a canon event.
Angel, for Christ's sake, man! It's not how canon events work.
Yes, it is because I said so, and I have a horrible theme song playing in the back of my head.
Angel is going to speak it into existence, Juan.
Yeah, it's
all right.
When
can we tune in for Los Amigos Play, Angel?
Well, that will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday, exactly 1 hour and a half before the amazing show. It's 2 hours.
2.5 hours before.
2.5 hours before the amazing show of the Ravens Flock under the leadership of Mr. Casabona. So think of me as the starting band before the main concert, except the garage is full of video games and spiders, and Mom keeps complaining that it's not clean yet. And you are like, Mom, I'm trying to clean the goddamn garage, but there's a stain of grease on the parking space that hasn't moved, and I can't move it because I can't break the concrete, and the HOF is made of assholes.
That new house that you've moved into has traumatized your way of analogizing metaphors, Angel.
It just annoys me that I fix like a million problems, and then there's one that refuses to stay fixed. Come on, man.
Angel Mendez in a series of unfortunate events.
Angel, what you
need
is
literally my life right now.
Angel, what you need is a jackhammer. You need to find a way to rent a jackhammer and take it to your driveway and absolutely destroy the shit out of it so that it becomes a gravel road. Problem solved.
You know what the funny thing is? I do, in fact, have a jackhammer.
I was just kidding!
I wasn't.
Shit! All right, get some sleep, man. Have a good night. Thank you for sticking with us, Angel. We'll see you Saturday. We'll see you and Toy Slasher joining us for and leading us through Silent Hill 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Indeed. It's been good talking to you boys, and I'll see you very soon.
All right,
Angel,
Jose.
I'm gonna message you Angel, I'm gonna message you privately, so keep that open, all right?
All right, fam. But
All
I'm
right.
going to bed very soon, so drop that when you can. Talk to you later.
Yep.
All right,
Later.
and Jose, I'm going to go ahead and let you start wrapping up for your final thoughts and your words on your thought of the Flash as we have described it.
Well, as you have described it, first of all, I'm definitely not going to give Warner Brothers my money to watch it in the big screen.
Yo-ho.
And I'm definitely not going to risk the safety of not just my technical equipment, but also my mental state in downloading it and watching it myself.
No yo-ho?
Let's just say I'm not even in a hurry to yo-ho.
Wow, really?
The way you guys described it to me, it sounds like it's not even worth it. Like, man, this is just it's like you guys summarized. This is basically the guys who are working on the DC extended universe not learning from their mistakes and instead doubling down on their mistakes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I understand. Yeah, no, and that's kind of where it does that is kind of where it does fall in there. I understand that there's folks who like the movie of The Flash. It's still like one of those like I don't know how folks can get behind it kind of thing.
No, I mean I understand it. Hey, if they like it, that's fine. That's them. But
we're not going to knock people for it. We're just giving our take on why we kind of can't.
Yeah, no. We cannot because we have seen this pattern before in all of their movies. Therefore, the repetitive pattern of this film, plus the overall controversy surrounding that piece of shit Ezra Miller, just cast like.
And we tried taking Ezra Miller out of the equation too, and even when we did, it still didn't work.
It still didn't work. What I'm trying to say is that from the beginning, from the moment go with the advertisements of the movie, the whole controversy and shit already casts a huge shadow on the excitement of the Flash. And even if you take that out of the equation and you sit down and watch the movie based on how you guys described it, you see it, you see the movie, you see the action, but you don't experience the action.
It doesn't feel like something that you can immerse yourself in.
Exactly. And that's what I'm guessing that's your experience, right? You see what's going on, but you don't feel it.
Because you're too distracted from everything else.
Yes, too distracted from everything else. So like I said, take aside from Ezra Miller. All this, the overuse of jokes undercutting the serious scenes. Like, fuck, I bet even Michael Keaton wasn't immune to that crap.
I cannot comment on that.
Okay, fine, that's fine. But
sorry,
you get what I'm.
Sorry, I'm sorry for interrupting. Actually, no, you finish first, and then I'll go.
Oh no! It's just not worth it for me. I'm clearly not the audience for the Flash movies, and it just becomes another part of the trend of DC extended live movies going on a decline.
It's kind of sad if you think about it because it all came from a directive from how Walter Hamada had worked things out through the stuff of organizing the DCEU stuff, and it came. I suppose you could call it a bad faith move of trying to bull rush everything for the DCEU. Starting off with a Dawn of Justice with the Batman v Superman thing. It's like like we mentioned earlier. They came from instead of point A, B, C, they went from point A to point W, and then C, and then point F, and then point B. Like, what the hell? Give us a progression. Aaron Cooper is like I was going to say in the chat. Let's see. First, D-Nice. They need to rename The Witcher show into Yennefer. It felt more like that than The Witcher. I could see that how they split the narrative on there for their early seasons on it. Planet Q's Queen. Hashtag Daniel LaRusso is a villain. Ow. I guess she's more of a Johnny Lawrence side on there, which is fine. Cobra Kai talk. I'm calling it Aqua shit. LOL for Amber Heard being in it. Aqua Woman who used Aqua Net hairspray. Ha. Let me see.
Oh my god.
And Aaron Cooper. Sounds like they wish they were good at acknowledging the fourth wall like Deadpool. It's not even that. It's that you don't need meta jokes and fourth wall humor in every single one of your movies and every single one of your stories, but for some reason, these folks couldn't help themselves.
No, they cannot. And oh man, you know what? Those are my final thoughts of the movie. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna go ahead and bounce Juancho.
All right, Jose. In that case, let us know what we've got to look forward to on tomorrow night's episode of Wrestle Rewind.
Oh, yes, folks, absolutely. For tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, for all the wrestling reviews for this week, we're going to be reviewing the TV special of Night 1 of NXT's TV special called The Gold Rush, where the main event, where you see Braun Breaker challenge, I kid you not, Seth freaking Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, I see how it is. All right.
Also, for the first time, we'll also be reviewing the televised debut of AEW Saturday Collision, which features the main star who was part of the main event, the returning multi-time WWE and AEW World Champion, the best in the world, CM Punk.
Hell yeah. That was a hell of a match. I did get to see it, and it felt like a wrestling match. So let's get into that. And of course, we also have AEW Dynamite and Impact Wrestling coverage as well, right?
Absolutely. After all, it is the go-home show of Dynamite before their upcoming pay-per-view event, The Forbidden Door.
Nice. Let me see here. D-Nice is saying good night. Good night, D-Nice. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking our take of the Flash in stride, and thank you for your feedback and for your input as well. Thank you so much. And Planet Q's Queen, hashtag Team Chosen for me. Okay, so she's a Chosen fan instead of Danny. Okay, I can understand why.
Wait, hang on a minute. In terms of who's the better bad guy in the Karate Kid?
No, she's saying that Chosen is a better character than Daniel LaRusso, that Daniel LaRusso is a villain, that he's a horrible little prick compared to Chosen.
I mean, I'm more of I'm trying to remember the main character's name, but
Johnny Lawrence.
Yeah, Johnny. I'm more of a Johnny Lawrence kind of guy because damn, he's funny as hell. But that's just me.
All right, Joe. In that case,
I'm Team Johnny Lawrence. There,
easy, simple, easy to remember. There. All right. I guess we'll see you on tomorrow night for Wrestle Rewind, Jose. You go ahead and you go the fuck to sleep. Okay.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much for having me on, Juancho. And thank you, folks, for being awesome on the chat tonight. You guys have been great. We appreciate each and every one of you. Everyone, have a good night. Please be responsible of where you get your news from. And remember that at the end of the day, we are all human beings. Continue to be you so long as you're not doing harm to others.
Perfect. All right. Have a good night, Jose. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
All right, folks, and that was Jose Casabona rounding us out here, and my thoughts are simple on this. The money for The Flash is going to come in one way or another. They still have other markets that they're going to try to open up in. They still have other folks that they're trying to stick around with, and it's going to make its money. Just give it the time that it needs. But I don't know if that'll be enough. I don't know if that'll be enough for folks to try to consider it successful. It's clearly trying to be a crescendo to all of this mess, but yeah, maybe it'll do better, he says D-Nice. Vicente, if Flash was rated heavy R, I might have watched, but more action. If it got heavy rated R, then you would have actually had the Gal Gadot holding Amber Heard's head after slaying her as part of this thing of Wonder Woman getting her revenge on Aquaman kind of thing. That would have been metal. That would have been a Snydery move though, and especially if they actually have him still be an active part of the whole thing. But, you know, it is what it is. Let me see. Matthew Coburn, Flash was a flash in the pan. Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. As far as, like, the critical acclaim on it, it's still up in the air. It's still a little too early to tell, but you can see how we had to divorce ourselves so wholeheartedly from the narrative of Ezra Miller's bizarre adventures being, like Angel said, like a Grand Theft Auto, a GTA character with 5 stars on a rampage of death and destruction and acting it out in real life. So there's a chance that if you can have that severe of a separation of divorcing yourself of the art from the artist, if you can manage that, I'm either seriously impressed or terrified of what you're capable of as a human being. Oh, Planet Q screen. That's a scene I would love to see. I had to tell jokes to get away from making Ezra Miller comments. Good. See, like that's what we had basically done here for 2 hours. It's insane, and it's like I kind of can't do that for everything Ezra Miller's in. I can't do that for everything, like in The Flash, and call it a proper movie. It's too ingrained. Ezra shot them in the foot in terms of how the production and the promotion for this film came about. They kneecapped the movie from before they even started filming. Ezra Miller hit by a bus would be the best show. No. Well, the fun fact: if you've seen The Flash or if you watch it, keep that comment you made in mind. I'm sure D-Nice probably got a little chuckle at that, like, oh, hey, there's that thing from the movie. So I won't say anything further. We only hit the points that were relevant to our stuff. You notice we didn't even spoil the ending. We didn't even spoil all the cameos of all the people, because if you want to be spoiled, there's other folks spoiling it. Yeah. What the shit, as Matthew Coburn. Ezra narrating the arrest video like he was on Cops. NFT crypto art, LOL. God. That hurts. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Matthew Coburn. That hurts my soul. That hurts me right here. But you're not wrong. Okay, like, I'm going to go ahead and wrap us up over here. Folks, you've all been a real delight to speak to. Thank you all so much for, like, the super chat support. I was not expecting that. I really wasn't. It's been really slow lately. It's been, like, I'm not going to lie. The Raise block, we've been kind of hurting. That's why I've been pushing real hard. If you notice, I've been putting up the join button link up at the top. I've been sharing the stream elements. I've been sharing the Cash App. And MetroCon is coming up very soon. It's next month. And the Ravens flock, we're going to need all the help we can get so that we can get through that weekend. And any support that you guys can throw our way does not go unappreciated. We thank every single one of you guys. And even if it's a small dollar amount or if it's a bigger dollar amount, any amount counts, and we're thankful to every one of you guys. We do this stuff for free. It's not that we're super hurting for cash, but at the same time, we do need to get this stuff set up. I'll mention that Planet Q's Queen another time. K-Storm, what is K-Storm doing? Are those chips? Those are crackers. Okay, I shouldn't be late night snacking. My endocrinologist, she'll be very cross with me if I do. But this has now become a mukbang. And yes, D-Nice, thank you also for helping us get our views up as well. All you guys viewing us, all of you guys supporting us here at the Ravens Flock, it does not go amiss. We are very thankful for every one of you folks. And folks, we do also have a special announcement coming up on this week's edition of the Ravens Flock. You definitely want to tune in. You definitely want to see this because we are going to kick things off with a bang. And I hope that you guys are all there for us. And Yes, Juancho want a cracker. I got my cracker. And yeah, I do prefer Ritz crackers, but I'll take a saltine any day. And not just on Saturday night. If you want deep dives into a single topic in the world of nerd and pop culture, tune in every Wednesday night here on this program, the uncensored, uncompromising interview and review podcast of Ravens Flock, The Black Files. Thank you all so much for joining us, and thank you all so much for being a part of this program. And be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. Hit the subscribe or the follow button. Ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button or hitting the pinned comment over here. We want more inner flockers. I've got more ideas for emojis. Until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/RavensFlock. Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/RavensFlockOnline, Twitch.tv/RavensFlockOnline, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Jose Casabona and Angel Mendez, I am Juan Arouse. This has been the Black Files, and we